This week we're in Nashville, Tennessee, the home of country music, good food, and the worst potholes this side of the Mississippi. Hey guys, we're at the Gaylord Opryland Resort, and inside they have this crazy garden area.
It is completely free to the public to come in and check out the garden.
They have a restaurant here. We saw that they have like a boat ride you can take. This place is freaking huge. I'm kind of at a loss for words of what to even say. They have a map, kind of like you would find at like a large mall, so you can figure out where you're even going. It's ridiculous. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind when you're coming is that if you want to park on grounds, it's $33, and valet I think is like $45 plus. If you want to park for free, you can set your GPS for the Regal Opry, which is the movie theater, and near it you'll see catty-cornered parking lot. There's gonna be a whole bunch of cars there, and then there's a walkway where you can walk over to the resort. And it's free to park here. Save yourself $33 if you're just visiting. Now it might be different if you're staying at the resort, but we're not, we're just here visiting, so I thought I'd just give you guys that tip. So it's the morning of our second day here, and like we said before, one of the things we still do is live everyday life. So we have to do dishes, we have to do laundry, so we're gonna kind of tidy up around the camper here before we head out and get doing stuff for the day. I will say one of the nice things about being at this campground is it's full hookups, so it makes doing dishes a lot easier. Alright, we're here at $5 Bakery, and we're going to try out the famous 100-layer donut, which is like a cronut or a croissant donut. So it's very buttery, and we hear it's really good. It's definitely on TripAdvisor, and I'm excited for it, so let's go.
Thankfully, Dylan has extended family that lives in the area, and they were gracious enough to show us around the city.
Marathon was originally around in the early 1900s, and they didn't last too long as a company, but it's cool you could still see all the cars. We're currently in the showroom, and across the street is where they were assembled.
We're at the Marathon Motorworks, and right now we're walking through, and they turned it into shops and cafes and all these cool different things.
Right outside is antique archaeology. If you don't know what that is, if you've seen the TV show American Pickers, they have a store here in Nashville, so that's really cool. A lot of cool finds inside. Are you excited for the Goo-Goo? Alright, we finally got the infamous Goo-Goo Cluster.
Really? Looks like a nice tiny little patty.
Good. I think it's really good.
Kind of reminds you of like a s'mores type. It would be good as a s'mores.
Now at the store you can only buy the 3 count. You can't buy a single one.
So we just finished eating the Goo-Goo Cluster, and it was really good. It had the right amount of salty and sweet, but it was definitely well worth it.
Smells good here, doesn't it?
It does smell delicious. Do you think this peanut brittle is any comparison to your grandma's?
I doubt it. First.
Yeah, I know. Hers is really good. Yeah.
I'll try a trout dip. Thank you. What do you think?
Good.
Would you eat another one?
No.
Downtown Broadway is full of restaurants with live music, tourist attractions, and historic shops. During the day, crowds aren't too bad along the streets, but at nighttime, expect to be shoulder to shoulder. You could definitely tell it's a destination for bachelor and bachelorette parties because you'll hear them screaming on the pedal bikes as they ride by.
We went to the famous Wild Horse Saloon. There was a huge line to get in, so right there we knew it had to be good. It was pretty bangin'.
And then it was my turn. That there hamburger was some good eating. Alright, we're finally home. And Tiffany's been dying all day to try her.
I'm just gonna try a little piece, so then in the morning I can enjoy it too.
To try her donut.
Oh, I didn't know it's filled.
Tiffany got blueberry lemon. And it's a cronut, or what they call a 100-layer donut. So essentially it's like a buttery, flaky donut and a croissant mixed.
That's good.
Is it good? And then I got a... So that one's Tiffany, the pink one. And then mine was just their vanilla cronut, which I'm going to wait till the morning.
The filling's really light. And then obviously the icing's really sweet, so it works out.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a healthy treat, but...
It was worth it.
You'll learn.
Today we're at the Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky. We're gonna try to do a self-guided tour.
Yeah, all the other tours unfortunately are sold out, so we had to do the self-guided one, which is okay because it saves us money.
Yeah, it's free.
So we're gonna go into the cave and then walk around, show you guys around, and then we'll probably go for a bike ride here on the grounds. There's a 9-mile bike trail, and we love to bike ride. Alright, so we just got our tickets. Unfortunately, the annual pass does not work here. Only the senior or disabled pass works. So for one person, it's $8. If you do have an annual pass, though, you do get 50% off. So for 2 adults, in our case, it would have been $8, which isn't too bad. But just to keep in mind that the annual pass does not work here for free. Here we go.
Dylan, are you having fun?
Yeah, it's really cool down here. I dressed a little skimpy. I should have had a sweatshirt or something on.
Yeah, he doesn't listen. So we just got our official passport and just got our first stamp.
For those of you that don't know what it is, we didn't know what it was either before we went into the national park gift shop. But we wanted some way of tracking on our trip of all the different national parks and national recreation areas and those types of things that we went to. And they actually have a passport, which is just like a regular passport. You go to the National Park Visitor Centers, you get it stamped, and then it even has the date on it, and it kind of has a logo of where you've been. So that's pretty cool.
And they apparently match it up to every color that you go to. So the ink is matched up to the different regions.
Yeah, the passport's by region, so it makes it easier so you know where to stamp. Another cool thing that we're going to try and do is we're going to collect patches from each of the national parks we've been to. And we haven't figured out how we're going to use these yet, but I'm sure it's going to be something cool. But now you guys can come with us and go bike riding.
So right now we're here, and we're going to try to take the bike path that follows all along here. Follow along for the second part of our Nashville adventure.
It's gonna get spicy.